If you want to stay in our country permanently and apply for indefinite leave to remain, the time you have to live here before you apply will increase from 5 years to 10 years. And if you've got a criminal record, you're banned. If you enter this country illegally or outstay your visa, you will be banned from ever gaining leave to remain.
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you like to hear things on immigration, especially legal immigration to any part of the world. So today I'm just going to give you on some update concerning the UK immigration system. Just a few hours ago today, Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the opposition in the UK, made a very important announcement about immigration. I'm going to allow you to listen to it now, and then we're going to talk about it when she is done talking. Take a listen.
Britain is our home. It's not a hotel. It's time to tell the truth on immigration and propose real plans to do something about it. I want to reduce immigration and make living here actually mean something. We need to change the way our immigration system works. So I'm announcing that the Conservative Party is going to do the following things differently. 1. If you want to stay in our country permanently and apply for indefinite leave to remain, the time you have to live here before you apply will increase from 5 years to 10 years. 2. You will have to be a net contributor with a high enough salary, especially if you want to bring family members with you. And if you've got a criminal record, you're banned. 3. If you've claimed benefits or need social housing, you can't even apply. 4. We will increase the time before you can apply for a British passport from 12 months to 5 years, meaning it will take a minimum of 15 years to start an application. 5. If you enter this country illegally or outstay your visa, you will be banned from ever gaining leave to remain or a passport. These changes, on top of a strict numerical cap on numbers, will constitute the most robust changes ever made to our immigration system. Lower numbers, secure borders, and an immigration system that finally works for the British people. This is another step in our plan to control our immigration system. If you agree, join us and let's get it done.
That is Kemi Badenoch, the leader of the opposition. She is by heritage, she is Nigerian, but of course, she is a UK citizen. She is the leader of the opposition for the UK. She's the leader of the Conservative Party. She's the one that argues with Keir Starmer in the Parliament of the UK, so in the House of Commons. So let me give you a little background as to why we are getting this policy statement from her this morning. And just this morning she released it anyway. So she was elected sometime in late October or November or so, I can't remember exactly. So, and she ran her campaign based on no specific policy drive. She did not state anything that she would want to do. The only thing she ran her campaign on was that they needed to unite the party. They needed to admit to the UK people, to the British people, that they made a mistake and that they need to rebuild their party and gain the confidence of the British people. Then before they can then present a policy and take time. And another thing he said, that they needed to take time, to sit down and get policies out, not just run them in a campaign as quickly as that, and then in the end it doesn't pass the test of time. So that is why she didn't actually she won the election, or the context. She became the leader of the opposition, and since then she hasn't actually made any policy statement. This is what the Conservative will do when they get into government. If you give them another chance, this is what they will do. This is the first policy statement she's making since she became Conservative leader. The thing is, why she is making this now, in my opinion, is because in the last 1 month since the beginning of this year, most of the time when she criticizes the leading party, the Labour Party, the people, and especially when with the fact that the Reform Party is now gaining popularity, people are criticizing her for not playing opposition well because she doesn't have a policy that would drive her opposition. So if you criticize the main government on what they are doing. What alternatives are you offering? So reform have their policies already. Everybody is clear of what reform wants to do because they use it to run the last election, and they haven't changed that. Okay, so that is what people are arguing is making British people to subscribe to reform as the alternative to Labour, because it didn't take long after the July election of the Labour for Labour to disappoint the British people. Of course, British people are just like every human being, every people in the world, they are hard to please. Anyway, it didn't come to me as a surprise, but that is a topic for another day. But then Kemi has come up with a policy statement, and you can hear what she has said, that this is policy on immigration. And that I wonder why, the first point of call for all politicians in Britain, when they want to speak anything, when they want to talk to their people, their first point of call is always immigration. I don't know why. Why is it that they always like to focus on immigration? The thing is that they don't know that immigration is not their problem. Their problem is their social welfare scheme. The fact that a lot of people are on benefit makes them comfortable to sit at home and do nothing and get benefit at the end of the month. That's what is driving immigration, especially legal immigration. If the number of people who are on benefit if you get out, even if it's 30% or 40% of the people on benefit, if you get them out to work, it will reduce the hunger for UK companies on immigration. They have a lot of thirst for immigration workers because these people are the ones who come here to work. So, and their visas make them to work. So they have no recourse to benefit. They have no alternative just to work. And that is what is driving the UK economy at the moment. So it's so disappointing. I love Kemi Badenoch. Honestly, I love her. I love her style of politics. She is straightforward. She doesn't dodge questions like Starmer. Starmer is such a bad dodger. She dodges questions, even the questions that she's not meant to dodge. I'm saying it calmly, but that is the truth. The guy dodges questions a lot, especially even during the campaign. During the campaign, it wasn't a surprise to me. All right, Rishi Sunak was clear on what he wanted to do. This guy was so dodgy, but that's by the way. But the thing about Kemi is that Kemi is straightforward. Kemi is clear, and that is it about her Nigerianness. That is something that she cannot deny. She is typically Nigeria. We don't speak in parables. We don't try to twist words. We are straight. What we want to tell you, we'll tell you there. If you get offended, you get offended. If you're happy, you're happy. That's the way it is. That's the way we are. And that is who Kemi is. Kemi is a straightforward person. She says what she thinks and says it the way she sees it. She doesn't know how to hide under anything to say this is this when she actually means the other one. So she's plain, and a lot of people like her and a lot of people don't like her about that. I do like her about that. In the past, she's in the recent past, she has complained about Nigeria and made a lot of comments about Nigeria, and it has brought her a lot of back and forth. Of course, she's not going to stop, and she's not going to stop, and I don't expect her to stop, and I encourage her to not stop, because number one, that is her origin. Number two, that is her reality. That was her reality. That is her reality. It's something that happened to her. You can't tell her not to tell her sorry. And number four, if she has to sell herself to the United Kingdom population, to the British people, she needs to tell them who she is. So there is no denying the fact that she's going to mention Nigeria, and I never have to criticize her on that. But on what she has said about immigration, it just does appear to me that it's probably that she was pushed. She was influenced by the media comment about what she's doing or not doing since she became the British Prime Minister. I mean, not Prime Minister. Since she became the leader of opposition, since she became the leader of the Conservatives, what she's not doing and all that. She hasn't got any policy drive. How is she going to convince people to go with her? What is, people going to say, look, this is what you're offering. When you say what Labour is offering, it's not it. I believe that it is those things that have made her to quickly rush out and come up with this, because as much as some of the policies or most of the policies she's proposing are good, it does a lot of harm. It will do a lot of harm to the UK economy in the long run. And I hope, like I made a comment in her post, that she has got a plan to, mitigate that. Look, the truth is that there are a lot of developed countries that are contesting or that are competing for the same immigrant that the UK has or are or have in their pool. So countries are willing to do offer them better things to come to their country. So if somebody has got the talent, probably a Nigerian doctor, a person who's trained as a medical doctor in Nigeria, and if she has got, I'm just putting up to her and to anybody who is looking at it, you can't ask people to wait 15 years before, if they are interested in your citizenship, if they are interested in your indefinite leave to remain, before they can get indefinite leave to remain, 10 years before they can get indefinite leave to 15 years before they can get citizenship and all that. I mean, it's not attractive, especially for people who have that in their mind, which is a lot of people. And unlike when you, for instance, Canada, before you even step into Canada, you can get a permanent resident, which is an equivalent of indefinite leave to remain. Yeah, that is the equivalent of indefinite leave to remain. So somebody else is offering you, before you even come into their, step into their country, they can give you that assurance that you have a permanent residency status in their country. And then another person is telling you that you have to stay in my country and work for 15 years or 10 to 15 years before you can get that indefinite leave to remain. So you want to know, what else is he offering? Where do you think this medical doctor will go? Where do you think this is more attractive to this medical doctor, especially concerning the fact that most of the medical doctors you'll be interested in are young people who have families, are young adults who have got families. So that's my point. The doctor would definitely prefer to go to Canada. I mean, there are other factors that make people want to immigrate, but I'm saying that I'm not even talking in terms of the immigrant now. In terms of the UK economy, it will hurt the UK economy more if you put stringent or if you increase the threshold, or if you just straighten your face on immigration. I don't think your problem is legal immigration. The problem with the UK's immigration system is their benefit system and illegal immigration. If you control your borders, you would not have problem, because you have a lot of people who are here who cannot work, who are mainly a burden to the system. Yeah, that's your problem, and it's not legal. It's not legal immigrant. Okay, so get your people to start working. Get the number of people who are redundant, who are claiming benefit. People who are strong, young, 40, in their 40s and 50s, and who are sitting at home doing nothing because they claim they have one sickness or the other, which some of them they don't even are actually really not sick. Yeah, or some of them have gotten well, or they were sick in the past. Maybe they've gotten well, but just because the money they are getting is well enough to take care of their day-to-day needs, they're not interested in going back to work. Yeah, they're not interested in going back to work. So sort that out. If you sort that out, then you close your borders. Close the damn borders. Don't let people in. Okay? And when people come in, let them out. I mean, remove them as swiftly as possible. I mean, some people, if there are policies or kind of treaties you have signed up to, that the UK is signed up to, that is a bottleneck to you removing people when they come in, then get off those treaties. Because if they are not serving you, if they're not serving your country, if they're not serving the UK, why should you be in such treaties? If such these things are not serving you, if they are hurting your economy, why should you be in those treaties? You're bringing in policies that will even hurt your economy even further, rather than get off the treaties. You have agreements you signed. I don't know what treaties those things are, whether they are global or international or multilateral, or whether they are within the Europe. But whatever it is, get off those bottlenecks, get them off your back, remove people as swiftly as they come. Look at what Trump did. Within days, weeks, the whole area cleared. Everything was smooth and nobody is standing up trying to, the whole northern border, whatever, cleared out. Because people know that they are going to be removed. If they know that there is a chance that they can be, they would not be removed, or there is a chance that they can even stay, they're going to come to explore that chance. Even if that chance is 10%, even if it's 5%, even if it's 2%, they are ready to explore it. Yeah, if there is a chance for them to stay even 1 year, 2 years, they are going to come. So if you remove them as quickly as they come, you remove them. Then if they come today, the next day or the next 2 weeks, they are gone. They're not going to come. They're not going to come. So that is your problem. That is your problem. If you feel that it is controlling legal immigration, which is something that is within your, of course, because it's within your control, you don't want to take the one that is a little bit difficult. That's a little bit difficult. But you sit down, count your costs, what would happen, and then balance the whole thing. But the main idea is that you need to remove people who are coming in here illegally. They are too much. There are a lot of them who are crossing the border within your eye, kuro eye. If you don't understand what kuro eyes is, you're seeing them, they are entering. Some of them, you give them hotels to sleep in, and you expect other people who are outside standing across the sea to not cross. They're gonna come because look, you're looking after the other ones, and you're even looking after them more than you're looking after the legal immigrants. You told the legal immigrant that they cannot claim benefit, but you're already offering benefit to the illegal ones. You guys are funny. I mean, these things, I mean, they don't make sense to me. I don't know whether they make sense to you, but they don't make sense to me. They don't make sense to me. I mean, you're pampering the illegal ones because of some treaties you signed up to, and then you are threatening the legal ones that if they claim benefits, they will not get their visas. I mean, how does that sound? I'm not saying these ones. I mean, keep your policies the way they are. But what I'm saying is that what you're doing is encouraging people to come in illegally rather than legally. That's the implication. So if you look at it, just look at it. That is what they're doing. You're encouraging people. Yeah, I'm talking to you politicians in the UK. You're encouraging people to come in illegally and discouraging people from coming in legally. That's exactly what you're doing. I understand that the last one that says that if you ever come in illegally, you will never get indefinite leave to remain and you will never get a passport. Yeah, that's fine for it. But if that is the case, some people are happy to stay here forever. Do you know that some people are happy to stay in your country forever without your passport as long as they can work? So, I mean, it is not enough deterrent. It is not enough deterrent. So, I don't think it is enough deterrent. So, what I'm saying is, you guys need to look at the way you make your policies. Well, the problem that is driving your immigration is that the people you have in your country who have your passports or your indefinite leave to remain, who can work, majority of them or a good number of them are not working. Find a way to get them back to work, either by incentivizing them working or by whatever means, but get them back to work. If you get them back to work, your companies will need less immigrants. So that way you control legal immigration. 2, close down your borders. Whatever treaties that you're signed into that makes you leave your borders open ajar like this, that as soon as you see people in the Mediterranean or you see them in the boat, you just let them in like that. Whatever policy that is, get off that policy and stop people from coming in. Stop people from coming in. That is it. I don't know what that treaty is, but however you need to rejig or get the people you signed the treaty with to, look at it again. Look at the policy again and see that, look, it is no longer serving you. It has a loophole that people are exploiting. And if you keep it open, they will keep coming. They will keep coming. That is your problem. So these policies you're making, number 1, it will hurt the economy. Number 2, it's not going to reduce the immigration. Because if you see me now, if I'm in Nigeria and a lot of Nigerians are like that, and they look at what if you increase your money to, you increase your IHS by how much, they are still applying. They get the money, they pay for it. Increase the visa fee, they will still be coming. Increase the threshold for income threshold, they will earn that income and they will come because those companies need them. They will offer them those jobs. They will do whatever it is that will make them qualify for those jobs, and they will get it. Look, most of us Nigerians, most of us other Indians, Ghanaians, some of those people, especially the people you are attracting, and which is what is hurting those countries, are smart. They are smart enough. So if you raise a threshold, it's not going to stop them from coming. They are just going to raise their own level as well, and they are going to meet it up, and they are going to come. So that is not, for me, is not enough. Listen, what you're doing is that you're going to be, some of the policies you've brought the only thing it will do is to make them think twice and say, well, should I go to Canada or should I go to UK? Should I go to New Zealand or should I go to UK? Should I go to Sweden and learn the language in just a few months, 1 year, I could be able to speak their language? Should I go to Switzerland? Should I go to the US? Should I go to Australia or go to the UK? And you will see that people would prefer the good people, the people who have got this, especially those who don't want to come here and, mess themselves up, would prefer to say, hey, I need to go to a place where I would have peace of mind. So, because hustling for visa for 15 years, some people are ready to do it, but a lot of people are not willing to do it. So, and especially those who have got those talents you're looking for. So, consider the fact that you're probably deterring actually the real type of people, the type of talent that you want to attract. That's my opinion. If you like this, follow my page. I do a lot of things. I talk a lot of things about legal immigration. I talk about immigration and there for informational purposes. I am not a policymaker. I am just a human being and a natural person, a Nigerian, an Igbo man. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.